I'm saddened, but not surprised, the Labour majority on Merton Council Planning Committee have given the AELTC permission to build an industrial tennis complex on this beautiful park. This metropolitan open land should not be built upon, yet the Labour members of the committee voted to allow the building of a 10-storey arena, 38 tennis courts, over 9 kilometres of road and 10 further outbuildings on our beautiful park, pulling hundreds of mature trees and wreaking havoc on the local ecosystem and the habitats of endangered species, including the European eel, which dwells in the lake just beyond those trees. In 1993, when the AELTC bought the freehold to this part of Wimbledon Park, they gave solemn, legally binding undertakings not to build on it. That's why they paid so little for the land. Residents were clearly fearful, but the AELTC and the Labour Council gave assurances the land would never be built upon. Sadly, the AELTC have not kept their word, and the Planning Committee were too weak to refuse. But that's not the end of the matter. The legally binding undertakings that the AELTC gave, known as covenants, still exist and are legally watertight. Even though the Planning Committee has granted planning permission, this has no bearing on the covenants, which remain enforceable provided the council is willing to do so. Let's be clear about this. Only the council can enforce the covenants. We need to make sure they do so. Our Lib Dem group have consequently called an emergency special meeting of the council. Only one item will be on the agenda. It will ask the Labour administration to enforce the covenants. And I'm calling on every Conservative, Independent and Labour councillor to join with the Lib Dems in voting to enforce the covenants. Provided Merton Council do, we can stop this over-ambitious plan and reach a sensible compromise. That's why the Liberal Democrats are fighting these plans at the AELTC. We're not against the tennis, we love the tennis. We want a compromise. The AELTC want to concrete over too much of the park. Let's talk and work out how best to make it a wonderful venue for everyone without destroying our beautiful park.